going on, guys? Welcome to O2P Garage. Today we're doing the introduction here to begin the Ibiza project. We're going to do a couple episodes on this. This car's been stored for like years. If you look at the actual condition of those, that's right in the carpet. That's stained heavily. It's probably like discovering new microorganisms as we speak. It's really rough. The steering wheel looks very rough as well. Years of people's grime off their fingers is still embedded on all of these plastics, which really does need attention. I mean, hours of road brushing that will do this car some good. We'll probably do a major clean episode in the interior, but before we do that, we're going to start off with making this car road safe. So we've took it out on the road test, and as you're driving the car, you come and took 50 down this 50 road, and slam the brakes on, and the steering wheel judders and starts tilting left a bit. I mean, that bias, the tracking is heavily out, so I won't see why it's going from left, and the steering rack is a very delicate play when I checked all the suspension. So it's not good, but the gearbox, also the synchros on second, they're like intermittent. So they're not very good. So the gearbox will need replacing at some point, or repairing, so we'll just get a used gearbox. And when he blows his clutch up, because this is the kid's first car, it's my good friends who I'm doing this car for. So once he blows his clutch up, that's when I'll be changing the steering rack, gearbox, clutch, the lot. But once that big job appears, that's when we'll give attention to the steering rack. For now, we need to sort the brakes out so it doesn't have brake judder. We need to sort tracking out, but that will be on a ramp, so we'll need to take it up to my other mate's garage in Darlington. And the car runs like a piece of crap. I'm guessing it's the fuel filter, because it's very heavily corroded. The screws for the air filter as well haven't been touched in years. When you have a look at all these things, I'm definitely going to need to get dressed, because I'm still dressed in all white. But come with me to the front and I'll show you the parts. Tell me when. As you can see, like I said, none of this has been touched in any amount of years. The fuel filter looks, I'm pretty sure I can put my hole through that, a finger through that, and create a hole in that. She's a rusty one. She's a 3-cylinder 1.2 TDI. We missed the kid's first car. It is what it is. I know it's not anything that's crazy, but it's worth fixing. Alright, we got a full good deal. Today we're going to start off with doing the brakes and this, and he also wanted his calipers painting. I said, yeah, I've got some spare paint, I'll paint them up for you. So it's going to be a funny one. So yeah, let's get right into it. So these fuel lines are attached here, one there and the back one there. Now they're absolutely covered in black crap and got loads of grit in them. So I'm just going over with a bit of cleaner and just spinning them out, cleaning them through, make sure they're all clean, that the rubbers are not split where they join on inside, make sure it seals right. So we'll see that when we put the new filter on and running through a bit. And on these 1.2 diesels, you'll see 3 clips around this fuel filter. Alright, boom, that's the fuel filter out. It's that easy, right? Dead easy. So we just put that new fuel filter in. Boom, new clip. No, sorry, freshly cleaned clip. Not the new clip. They're on there tight, they're not coming off. And that's the fuel filter change, so you will need to bleed off the system. I'm not too sure if these have bleeders on them. No, that's not a bleeder. I mean, you can cycle ignition, pump it through, keep on pumping it through till that fuel filter housing fills up full of fuel, and then it's going to go straight to your injectors. I mean, you can crack them off at where the rail goes to the injectors, but it should be alright, to be honest. It's only about a fuel filter, it'll only take 2 minutes. But we'll move on to the air filter first. You know, as you can tell, this air filter hasn't been out in a while, so you just put your screwdriver on, give it a couple of love taps, twist it, clicks off, and she's off. Moving on to the next twister, she's off, and there should be one right at the back there, which is hard to reach. I hope we can get onto her without being on too much of an angle. I think it's oh yes. That's all of them cracked off. I don't think these come out all the way, yeah. Oh no, these do. Uh-oh. Right, so don't lose your screws when removing these. On some airboxes, there's a little tab on them just to keep them in there so you can loosen them off, but they stay in the actual airbox housing. So yeah, 3 more screws to remove, and we'll see the state of this air filter. Come on, one more screw. I should have really got my battery ratchet from work, but I didn't really think I was going to be doing this, so here's what it is. There we go. Oh god. Look at that guy. Right, so we're just going to put them side by side for comparison. I'm going to get the air filter box off there. The dust that's coming off that. Oh, my eyes there. Oh, that's bad, that's going straight in the bin. Yeah. See you later. But there you go. As well as you can see, that's like absolutely lined with crap. Oh. We've got to clean all that out to make sure this engine's actually breathing properly. We'll probably give her a little clean under the whole bonnet and cut back into it, so you know how I'm going to assemble it. Just put them put the air filter slides off, slide a new one in. After cleaning the whole airbox out, cleaning everything around there, I'm going to give it all a good clean, to be honest, while I'm in there, and we'll cut back with some results. Good. Right, so as we can see here, we've fitted the new fuel filter, we've put all new air filter and all new clips and that, cleaned everything down, so everything looks as it should now. I mean, as you can probably tell, it's quite the big difference. If you do a little walk around, show them around the engine bay, yeah, that's a completely different area to be working in. So the car's recently had an oil change, we've done that. We've got the fuel filter done, air filter done as well. And now the next episode will be the brakes episode. But for now, let's try and get it started up.